Good morning, Dragonlings. I'm just going to double check everything, make sure we're good to go, and then I'll be back to chat. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. So we are live. Hello. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes, and we're going to be doing some writing sprints today. Got some. If you're new here, the way it works is I put up a timer that is 25 minutes long. I put up a forest tree in the forest app that we can grow together if you would like, and we write or be some kind of productive for 25 minutes, and then we come back and chat about what we did. In the meantime, I also put up banners with prompts on them. You don't have to write those prompts if you don't want to. They're just there if you don't know what you want to write about, but know you want to write. So we're going to start with a purple acorn tree today. Purple oak tree. And let me get this code up, and then we will chat for a little bit before it's time to get to writing. RQ XSG. And of course, it is morning enough that everyone is trying to contact me now. Okay, so there's the code for the forest app. If you want to grow a tree with me, I'll leave it up for a few minutes, and then we'll get started on our first sprint. Oh dear. Hush, phone. So, okay. All right, I've got everything set up. It's windy outside and I can hear it through my headphones. Okay. Okay. Whoops. I keep messing with stuff. Dogs are behind me playing, if making noise. Let's see. All right, I'll give it a couple more minutes. I gotta get my documents open, and then we will start this first sprint. Do, do, do. My sister is gushing about Stray Kids' new song, but also like talking to us about them and the tour that they're on and stuff like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get us set up with our first sprint. Okay. All right, so we're going to do 25 minutes on the clock. You can work on whatever it is you would like to work on right now. I am going to happen to work on some admin stuff, and then I'll be back to chat in a little bit about what we did and how we did. So here we go. We're going to start writing in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that is time. How'd you do? What'd you do? Let me know in the comments. Hi, Nina. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I'm pretty certain you're already gone, but thank you for stopping by. I got a bunch of books added to my reading log in Notion, and that's what I'm working on today. I'm working on my Notion reading log. I got it all set up the way I thought I wanted it, and then I decided I hated it, so I rebuilt it from the ground up. And this one I like much better. However, it means that I've got to make changes to it, and that's what I'm working on today is like updating everything. I'm adding in all my past readings from Goodreads that I had listed there before I stopped really using Goodreads. And yeah, it's going. It's just taking a while. All right, let me go ahead and get our next tree set up. We're going to grow in a, I guess this is yellow. Oops. It's a yellow tree. So, but yeah, in my reading journal, I am tracking, let's see, the book's description. I've got a cover of the book when I read it versus what it, because like lots of authors change their book covers. And especially like in my Kindle, what I'm trying to do, as soon as I add it to my Kindle, I add the cover that I purchased it with. I add it to my TBR list and with the cover I purchased it with. That way, when I come across it, even if the covers change, I can look at my reading log and be like, oh yeah, that's what made me gut it. Because not gonna lie, I'm one of those people that definitely judges a book by its cover. So yeah. Hi, Justiva. Welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you on my channel. Working on getting social media posts for September. Made them up yesterday, but scheduling has a learning curve. What are you using to schedule them out of curiosity? I have been using business Facebook to schedule mine. I've got most of September's created because we're going to be doing the 7-day book challenge near the end of September. And I created a whole bunch of posts with like a countdown up to the event. And then I also created like posts for like day one. This is what word count is actually. Okay. So Canva is a really good one. I did try scheduling with Canva because that's where I make all my images and stuff. My problem with using Canva was the fact that I create all of my posts in one project, and when I do that, it won't let you schedule more than one image from each project at a time unless it's like a carousel. But like I can't make 4 or 5 different posts from the same project. At least that's been my experience. Yeah, I had to separate them. Okay, cool. I didn't know if maybe they'd changed that and I just didn't know about it. Because it'd be cool if we could. Like, I would totally go straight to using straight Canva if they would make it so that you can do several posts from the same project. Because I don't really want to separate them. That's just, I don't want to. 17 times. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense depending on how often you're posting. Let's see, posting 3 times a week. Hold on, I gotta do math. There's typically 4 weeks in a month. 4 times 7, if not 4 times 3. That's 12. Okay, so I have at least 12, and there's some days where I have multiple posts. So yeah, that's a minimum of 12, more than likely more. So yeah, that makes sense. It just, when you say it like that, it sounds like so much more than it actually is. I'm just 4 times a week for the LLC. Okay. Wait, what LLC? Wow, say that 5 times fast, Skye. You cannot do it apparently. LLC. Which LLC? That. Yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about, but I wanted to confirm before I like make an ass of myself, so that's why I'm asking. All right, since we only got 20 seconds left on the clock before our next sprint, I'm going to go ahead and put up our next wow, I really can't talk today. Dialogue prompt. Again, don't have to use it. It's just there if you want to, but we are going to do 25-minute sprint, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did. Ooh. Ah.
They didn't have the deal, so I got you 2 of those instead.
Oh, these are cold. I will take these. My husband came home bearing gifts. I'm going to have a heart attack before today is over with. Okay, this is really cool. All right, so how did everyone do? What you guys work on? I gave Eva the power of the wrench after I realized she didn't have the power of the wrench. Actually, before I continue talking, let me get our next tree set up. Let's see. We're gonna grow. Where's that? It ran away. Come back. Tree. Create. Create. Delete that. Edit this. Move this out of my way. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but I've been yawning this past sprint. And I think it's because usually by now I've had some caffeine. And I had some soda, but it is... I poured it last night and forgot about it, and it is flat, and it doesn't taste good, and it's gross. And usually I don't mind flat soda. 3T54W2CSG. Okay, cool. There we go. Grow a tree with me. Join me. Anyways, usually I have drunk more caffeine by now, but I haven't, and I've been yawning because of it. Anyways, okay, let's see. Amy joined us. Hello, Amy. Grow a tree with me. Need to add a column to my new Notion word count tracker for socials or marketing or something. These posts are... Yes. Okay, only 3 more to go. That's awesome. I do not have my word count tracker set up in Notion just because I don't. I have an Excel spreadsheet for that. I may eventually set it up in Notion, but for now it was easier for me to put it in Excel sheets. Mostly because I am still tweaking my Notion and getting everything set up the way I want it to. Everyone jumps with the meow. Yeah, he took the girls to school. It was the first day of school, and I'd already had my live stream set up, and I was like, can you take them to school, please? So he took them to school and got me a Monster, and he needed soda too anyway, so I think he had plenty of motivation to go. Hello, Cat Paw. Cleaning after last night's storm. How did y'all fare? You're not in Florida, but everything's damp. It rained here last night, which was very surprising because I don't think we were expecting rain. I am not allowed to make graphics for like book teasers or anything like that unless I am making them day of, because I will share them. And I have a close knit of friends. Like, I'm part of multiple different cover groups, and I have gotten to the point where, like, if I see a pretty cover, I'm like, guys, I need to show you this cover, but I'm not allowed to share it outside the group. So I need you to join this group so I can show you pretty covers. And there's a small set of people that, like, as soon as I buy a cover, I'm like, look at the pretty. Excel is definitely easier. There's a lot of things that... Okay, let me back up a little bit. I love Notion. I absolutely adore it. However, there are some things about Notion that just piss me off because they are things that I know I can do in other programs, such as Excel. I also know enough coding now that there are things I know I can do with various coding systems that you cannot do in Notion, and it pisses me off. So, like, coming from a standpoint, I love Notion. I will eventually be doing a video where I share my Notion and show you everything I'm tracking in Notion, because I am tracking a lot of stuff. But there are still things about Notion that tick me off to the point where I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I will use Excel for them. Because one of the things that Notion doesn't do that Excel does is that Notion allows you to, like, share databases or like pull. I'm going to pause this for a second so I can finish this. You can like pull information from other databases. However, I cannot join information from a bunch of different databases to make a whole new database, at least not that I have found yet. And I know I can do that with Excel, and I can do that with other coding things. Like I know enough SQL now that I have made my whole library behind me. All of my books are listed in an SQL database. So like I know what I can do with other coding things. So that's my only gripe with Notion at this time. However, Notion is consistently growing, and I'm not going to lie, if they ever put out an email that says, "Hey, we need more coders," I will jump all over that because I know exactly what I want to add to Notion that doesn't exist yet. And I'm like, I've been sending them emails being like, "Hey, can you add this? It doesn't exist yet." And some things I've noticed that they've added, some things they haven't. So, I'm not going to lie, I want to be a coder for Notion so that I can add the things that I want in Notion. All right, let's see. Let's see. 3-hour crazy thunderstorm of flooding. Woof. Cat Paw, stay safe. Okay, stay safe. Yeah, my Excel tracker has like I used to have each month on its own sheet so I could track multiple different projects. Yeah. I have made a couple of templates in Notion now. Home, business, and writing on the main categories. Data sets for each thing, then all the projects data sets. I actually made my own data sets for I made my own templates for project tracking, and I am actually 100% happy with those. Some of it is based on what Heart Breathings does with her stuff because I watched her tutorials, but I watched like 3 or 4 other tutorials as well. And I actually created my own template that 100% works for me. And I will be sharing that eventually. I have a couple friends that are trying to convince me to sell it like other people do, but at the same time, I'm like, they could just watch my video and recreate it themselves. So, meh. Let's see. Wix won't let me put a button with the information link that disappears if there's no information link. I don't know a lot about Wix. Wix won't. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I understand this correctly. Okay. Let's say for Instagram. So, Instagram button to connect with the information linked. So, like, you're wanting a button that disappears if there's no information linked to it? So, an author with all the socials would have all the buttons, but an author with the... Oh, that's a manual thing. You'll have to you'll have to code that with each individual social. Like I think what you're going to have to do for that is that you will have to add buttons for all of the socials automatically in like a template form. And then for each individual person, as you add them, you'll have to remove the ones they don't have, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I think that's the workaround for that. It's just one spot I have to cut it. Oh. Okay, maybe it's because I'm not familiar with Wix. Amy, you might be able to help with that because you do website stuff, so she might know. Oh, oh yeah, I don't know how to do that. Sorry. That's new to me because everything I know doesn't have like one button to rule them all kind of thing. That is interesting. Thank you for giving me another reason I will probably never ever use Wix. I know that's not what you were trying to do, but that's what I'm feeling right now. I am with WordPress. I will happily stay with WordPress. It is still fairly cheap for me personally. considering all the hassle I do not have to put up with that I keep hearing other people talk about with other things. Oh goodness, okay. That just seems it seems like it would be less of a hassle if everyone all had the same socials. Um this is one of the reasons why I really like Linktree. Uh because the only thing I can suggest is maybe because that sounds like that's exactly what it's trying to act like. Is this one button is trying to act like a link tree where you have one button that clicks and they can go to all the socials from there. That's what it sounds like. Is this on Bookend Lane? Because I'm gonna go look at Bookend Lane during the next sprint and see if this is what you're talking about. And maybe I can when I see it, because I am a visual person, maybe when I see it, I might have some more advice for you. Hi, Miss Swift, welcome. Okay. If this is on Bookend Lane, I'm gonna go check out Bookend Lane during the next sprint. Let's go ahead and get started on the next sprint. Okay, the buttons aren't there. Okay, so you're adding this author landing page. Okay, I'm gonna check out Bookend Lane and see if I can come up with some solutions. I'm gonna try. So, but let's get this next sprint started because I had to pause the timer while we were chatting. Buttons aren't there. That's fine. I just want to see the layout and see how it looks and see if I can figure it out. Amy, maybe you might be able to help her too. Link trick, you have to click someone's link. Bookend Lane, you have to scroll the list of authors. Okay. So I will check it out and see if I can figure out flipping back and forth between comments and the site. Okay, let's do the sprint. 25 minutes on the clock. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta get us set up. I accidentally clicked out of something. So let's see if I can figure this out. Ah, no. I'll get us started in just a second. Let's see. Is it bookend lane? You put the link in the thingy. I can just click on the link. Come on, Skye. Work with me. Come on, Skye, work with me. Oh. It won't let me click in StreamYard. Duh. Bookendlane.com. That's all I needed to know. Okay. Do. Okay, I know I've been to Bookend Lane before, but I don't remember it looking like this. So you've done a lot of changes since the last time I was here. Okay, so you said in the indie. Indie authors. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I know we're supposed to be sprinting. Author links. More links are coming soon. Okay. I will definitely look at this. Okay, let's get this next sprint started. Here we go. Got everything out. Got timer up. Got da 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 da. Cool. All right, here we go. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. that is time. How'd you do? What you do? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to take down this prompt, and I'm going to set us up for another tree. Let's do a blue oak tree this time. Gonna do a blue oak tree. Gonna not this person. You can invite people as long as they're on your friends list, but someone who keeps joining us is not on my friends list apparently. Stop. I've created my tree. Let me put the code in, and then I'll come back to the comments because there was a lot of great conversation going on. And HK. Okay, 5BD, 5BD, TJH, KSG. Okay, cool. Save and show. Okay, if you want to grow a tree with us, there you go. We're going to go grow a blue oak tree. Wow, I cannot talk. I was checking out Bookend Lane, the site, and looking over it and seeing if there's anything I could help with. I have no expertise with Wix at all. Like, Wix is one of those sites. Wix and Weebly are the two sites where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's better for me to be like hands off of that. But deferred you to Amy. Amy probably knows better than me. Yeah. And then I got some food and was listening to some music with my husband because I didn't realize he was in the kitchen washing dishes and listening to his music really fucking loud. So yeah. Anyways, okay, let's see. It might be you, Miss Swift. And I don't remember how to add people as friends. Like, there used to be a way you could just click on their picture and add them as a friend, but now it won't let you do that. So I don't know. Or maybe you can do that, just not while you're in a tree room waiting for people to join. I don't know. I just automatically assumed that if I clicked on their picture and said and viewed their profile, if it didn't have the add friend, it was because they were already my friend. But maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Authors with books have their books listed. That's my favorite part. Okay. I have a data system that inputs indie titles for me. Okay. Eva, you missed last week's conversation because what you're talking about right there with the data assistant is exactly what I want to do. I was talking to everyone about the fact that I read a book and it was like, it was Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore, whatever. And there was only this small part, barely, not even a full chapter, like a couple sentences where it talked about the fact that museums have all these warehouses full of items. And it was all these warehouses full of items. And I was talking about the fact that there's probably warehouses out there that are chock full of books. And I was like, you know what my dream job would be is going into these places and transcribing all of these books into a computer so that everyone could have access to them. Like, they're not doing any good locked up in a vault. Like, seriously. And the part that the book mentioned was the fact that you have to have all these permissions and these security accesses in order to get to the inside these vaults. So all of these items, and I understand with the items themselves, but like all of these books are stuck in these warehouses that no one can get into. No one can look at these books. And even if you do have the securities to get into these books and touch them, you have to wear gloves. You have to be gowned in PPE, which I'm used to anyway, since I work in a hospital and we do that every once in a while. Like, there's all these measures that you have to take in order to even look at these books. And please, for the love of God, don't breathe too hard on them. So my dream job would be to take these books and transcribe them. Like, I want to do that. I love inputting data. Like, data entry is my jam. And that is what I want to do for life. I am actually currently in 2 or 3 courses right now. One is data analysis, one is data entry, and one is bookkeeping. And that's exactly what I like to do. I like to take written data in physical form and put it in the computer. That is dream job for me. So But yeah, that's what we were talking about last week was like that would be my perfect dream job. Let's see. So if you ever need another data assistant, you know who to call. That is like perfect for me. I love doing that shit. Let's see. And actually, that's exactly what I'm doing right now with my Notion with the my reading journals. Is I'm taking all of this information from um, books and uh, putting it into my Notion. That's exactly what I'm doing is data entry right now. Right? That would be amazing to have access to all these books. Especially like for me right now, I'm researching for one of my projects. I'm researching how the Puritans lived, and especially like it's very hard for me to figure out how they talked because I'm so used to modern speech and slang, and it's not quite Shakespearean. It's not modern at all. But trying to figure that angle out, I want access to the journals that people used to write, so I can get an idea of their day to day speech that they may not even use like in person with each other, but definitely like in their own thoughts processes in their own minds. I want access to a whole bunch of journals from people that they kept in the 1690s. That's what I want. So let's see. Oh, yay. Thank you. Bit of history is long side. Yeah, right. Request sent. It's not showing me a request was sent, but I might need to be outside of um the tree thing for it to show. So that's cool. I'll check after the sprint. We're gonna get ready to get started with the sprint. Yeah, and part of the reason I think that would be cool is I do not like my best research paper that I wrote for high school that I got A plus on was on a topic that my teacher looked at me funny. She was like, "There's no way you can make this a positive topic," and I was like, "Watch me," and I did. And she actually gave me like one of the highest grades in the class, and I love that paper. And I no longer have a physical copy of it. And it was back when my parents had a dinosaur desktop computer. And shortly after I turned in the physical copy of it, that computer crashed and went down and burned like the monster it was. So I no longer have access to that at all. But I miss being able to access stuff. And then back then, I don't think if the cloud existed back then, this was like 10 plus years ago, the cloud was probably a new baby thing. So, but it was my favorite paper ever, and I don't have a copy of it, and I makes me sad. But I want access to all these things. Like I think I'm secretly a literary scholar because I would eat this shit up. Like I want access to all this stuff. I want like a huge database where I have access to all of it. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get us set up with our next prompt. Remember, you don't have to write this if you don't want to. It's just there if you don't know what you want to write about and you just need some ideas. So there we go. 25 minutes, do whatever it is you're going to work on. As long as we're being productive, it's all good. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I have to find the cat. There's the cat. All right, that is time. What'd you do? Let me know. What? Oh. Let me know in the comments below. Oh. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make our new tree and put the banner up, and then I'll check the comments in just a second. Okay, it says friends. Request. No pending requests. How do I don't have a request. No pending requests. Hold on, let me close out of this and then reopen it. Let me try that. Sometimes it just needs a moment to think. Okay, let's see. Let's try now. Okay, manage friend request. I don't want to unfriend anyone. I don't even know why that's an option. Add friend. How do I send? Go to timeline. Let me try something else. Edit? That's not what I want to do. I do not know how to send a friend request to someone I've been planting trees with. And I don't have a friend request from you, Miss Swift. It says no requests. Do I have a referral code? Settings. I do not know how to send a friend request. Oh, wait. Invite friends. Don't think that's what it means. So, Miss Swift, it's not showing a friend request from you on Forest. And oh, there it is. I told you, it just takes time sometimes. Okay, I accepted it. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a tree. All right, I'm going to create a tree now. We're going to grow the Twilight Guardian because I really like that one. Okay, let me put the code up and then I'll come back to the conversation. Helps if I can get to the code. 37JHERYSG. All right, there's the code if you want to grow the Guardian tree with me. We have about 10 minutes before we start the next sprint. Let's see. Okay, comments. Tragic love story of a author and story. Oh no, woe is me. Chat on the phone. Call for that one. Going to grab a drink. Be right back and back. Ha ha ha. See, in the time it took me to actually find Miss Swift's friend requests, I found it. Hi, Margaret. Welcome. My kid has this play plastic tent or a little plastic tent. What? Ow! Apparently, I cannot read. Made of thin plastic and folds flat. Kitten loves to play PlayStation. Flip it on his back, doors on top, and toss in a cat ball. Oh no! Is it getting shredded? Yes. Yes, it is. I am so sorry. But hey, the kitten's having fun. So, win-win? Maybe? I don't know. I added more books to my reading log. I am nearly done with all of this particular list. See, how many do I have left? I finished this one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books left to add to this list. Holy crap. But I started, like, I had 106 I needed to add. So 15 is not that bad. Working on coordinating polls and posts. It's a lot. I'm not sure it has to be coordinated, but looking for synergies. I have most of my posts scheduled for September for Instagram, and I have it set up because I use the business marketplace for Facebook. I have it set up so it automatically shares to Facebook as well from both Instagram and Facebook at the same time for my Facebook page. I don't think I ever finished setting up my Ko-fi. I don't think I ever finished setting up my Patreon, which is fine because I'm not posting there anyways to either one yet. My stomach is very upset with me. I'm sorry if you can hear it growling. It is making lots of noise, and there's nothing I can do about it. Let's see. Where else do I usually post? I need to put some on to. I would love. So, side story, real quick. I wanted the YouTube community tab so badly because I had every intention of using it for, like, here's when my live streams are going to be. Here's a new video I just posted. Here's a poll, vote for my next story. And then they finally gave the community tab to everyone who, basically everyone, because it used to be you had to have 1,000 subscribers in order to get it. And then they lowered it to 500. And now I have it, even though I only have like 300 something, which is awesome. And I love it. However, I have noticed since the community tab went to everyone, the community tab posts no longer show up in my subscription list. It used to be that everything would show up in my subscription list, live streams, videos, community posts, everything. And now when I go to YouTube, the only thing it shows is not newsletters. Sorry, I saw the word newsletter and that sparked. Now it only shows me live streams when they are scheduled, not even when they're live, when they're scheduled. So if I schedule some at the beginning of September, it only shows them at the beginning of September. It doesn't show them on the day they actually go live. And then, unless they are live at the time I'm looking at my subscription list, and then it shows me videos, and that's it. That's all it shows me nowadays. And that irks me so much. It doesn't even really show me shorts half the time. It has like this panel where it shows like three shorts at one time on a subscription. But yeah, I miss the days when YouTube used to show me everything in my subscription list versus me having to go look and hunt for them down. And now it doesn't even show on the homepage either. I have to go to someone's page to find their community tab to see about whatever they post on their community tab, which has been really, really disappointing for me because that's how I've been having to find out about Lisa daily streams, because I had originally scheduled my streams from 8 to 10 in the morning, my time, but they overlapped her stream and I was trying not to do that. So, but I didn't know when she was streaming because it wasn't showing me her community posts, because I know she's had some things going on. She's had some illnesses, and now the hurricane is heading that way on the East Coast. So, like, yeah. I just created a poll on Google Forms. That's what I ended up using. And then I will be sending that out in a newsletter, hopefully today, Friday latest. And then what else? And then I used a spreadsheet for some sign-up stuff, which I might use in the future, or I might switch to Google Forms because Google Forms just seems to be easier for a lot of things. Wouldn't it be nice if you could do a poll, put up a poll? Wait, what? It disappeared? That's so fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I send out, so I created my Google form for my poll because I do have something coming up where where people can pick my project for the 7-day book challenge, actually. So I have a Google form. I have a spreadsheet for those who want to sign up for that, the 7-day, and that all goes live in the next, when my newsletter gets sent out, everything goes live at the same time. So that's all set up and pre-scheduled with my Instagram posts and stuff like that. Actually, my Instagram posts should be live in another 30 minutes. And then it'll have links to all that stuff too. Darn shots. Timers and future lives. I only see the future lives the day they're scheduled. So like, I had a whole bunch of live streams pop up from the same person at the same time because that's when they created them, but they don't show up like, you know how when you're on your subscription list, it shows you like today, yesterday, and it shows you in order. So all of the stuff that was made today shows up under today, and it doesn't. If it was scheduled that day, if I look at my subscription list on that day, unless they are live at that exact time, it doesn't show up again. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Newsletters, I would love it. It depends on your newsletter provider. I think some like MailChimp, if you're in one of their subscription things where you pay so much, I think you can do polls directly in your newsletter. Don't quote me on that though. And again, that's one of the paid features if I remember right. I'm a real big fan of shorts too. I just am not good at making them. And I've never made a reel before, so I don't know anything about those. Ooh, YouTube shows you new authors. I have to go hunting down like newbie author tags and stuff like that to find new people. Oh yeah, the Instagram stories do. You can archive the Instagram stories. However, to me, that's a hassle because that's some extra work I have to do. And that's part of the reason I've never made reels or stories is for that reason. Oh. Stories hit people who already follow you. Reels hit everyone. Okay, that's interesting. I'm learning things about reels today from your guys' comments. That's awesome. Community tab is great. Yeah, my Instagram post should go live and it'll have a what I did is I put the link to the poll, which is a Google Forms poll. I didn't do it on Instagram. It's just a regular Instagram post because I was having trouble figuring out. I know there's a way to pre-schedule your reels and stuff, but since I've never done reels and I've never done stories, I was having trouble figuring that part out as far as like scheduling it. So I was like, screw this shit. I will just make a regular post. So that's what I did. And then it says link in bio. And when you go to my bio, since Instagram only allows one link, last I checked, I just have it linked to my link tree. And then in my link tree, the top two links are the poll, which is a Google Forms, and then the sign up sheet, which is a spreadsheet. And eventually they may both be Google Forms, but we'll see. So yeah, I've got a lot to learn about Instagram right now. The fact that I've got a somewhat okay handle on posts and scheduling posts is just, that's as much as I can handle right now. I'm super excited about AWC. I have not been able to make AWC yet. I know it's only been hosted for like 2 years, but I have not been able to make it to any of the events live. And the fact that I have a much better job now, it's much more stable. And I can actually like go up to my boss and be like, hey, I need these days off, and like months ahead of time. I've never had that happen with a job before. And she has already okayed like 3 different vacations for me that are like one in September, one in March, and I'm going to be asking for the weekend off in, I think it's June, for the AWC because I want to be part of it this year. I it looks amazing. There's so much things that I've learned just from watching the replays, and it's great. And I don't remember if I'm following you, Margaret, or not. I don't know how to share a story either. I've never done that. Or if I've done it, I've accidentally done it. Like I couldn't do it on purpose. Oh, it's time to write. Okay, that's good because I really need to go to the bathroom. My stomach is very, very unhappy with me. So we are going to go ahead. We're going to start this next sprint. Let me get our banner up. You don't have to write this if you don't want to. I just put these prompts up for anyone who doesn't know what they want to write, but does they want to write. So we're going to get started. We're going to write for 25 minutes or whatever it is you're working on because I'm doing admin stuff. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments below. I'm going to set up our last tree for today. We are going to grow a Sunday tree because we can. Let's see. I'm inviting the last 3 people who are growing a tree with me, but I'll also put the code just in case it doesn't show up for everyone. Let's see, hide that, delete that, edit this. Boom, we're going to figure this out. 4B AV RW YSG. Show that bad boy. Okay, here we go. All right, comments. Let's see. There was a lot of comments about flash fiction, work in progresses, stuff like that. Oh, I have to take this phone call. Give me just a moment. The last thing you want to get is a call from the school on the first day of school, by the way. Like today's the first day of the new semester, the new school year for us. All right. Sorry about that. It was actually nothing big. It was about my oldest IEP and the fact that there was some goals not written into her IEP. And so we're making changes and making sure everything's good. Anyways, I see that both Margaret and Eva have to go away for various things. So I apologize if you're already gone, but have a good day and hope you guys have the best time while you guys are doing other things. So, in case you're still here, have a good one. If you're not here, I'm sorry I missed you. But let me go ahead and let's see. I am almost finished with this particular. So what I'm doing is I'm updating my reading log and I'm doing each thing by year. So I'm actually currently on 2015 and I'm almost finished with it. I've got 6 books left to add and then I'll be done with 2015 and I can go on to 2016. And yes, I am backdating everything. This is how much I love Notion. Like I am so much in love with Notion that I am taking like all my journals where I wrote down what I read when and putting it into Notion. And that's what I've been working on. I'm almost done with 2015. 2016 is going to kill me because I'm pretty certain I have 2017 is the one that's going to kill me because I have 160 plus books to add for 2017. But it's taking me a couple weeks to work on 2015. I will just be satisfied if I can get that done and I will come this next sprint. So we're good to go. Dear goodness. I don't know if I ever asked what everyone else is working on during this stream. So, you know what, Amy? Do not give Notion a side eye. I know you prefer ClickUp, but every time I look at ClickUp, all I see is like Greek. It's in a whole other language for me. But I really think it's because that ClickUp to me is not very pretty, whereas Notion you can make pretty. And I think that's the difference. I'm not positive. Oh, it's time to write. So here we go. Let me get our banner up. Last sprint, 25 minutes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. That is time. That was our last sprint. I'm going to go ahead and close up the Pomodoro kitty. Say bye-bye, kitty. Bye, kitty. Okay. Anyways. So how'd you do? What you do? Let me know in the comments below. Misty Kate joined us. Hello. Sorry I missed Sunday. Hope you are having a lovely writing session. Just getting up and clocking into work. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good day at work. I finished up my reading log for 2015 and I started on 2016 and realized that it's not as ready to go as I was hoping it would be. So I've got a lot of work to do there. Oh boy. So yeah, I've actually got to log into my other computer and see if I've got all the covers saved, because if I do, that'll make my job easier. I just got to transfer them to this computer. I'm sorry. I start mine really early in the morning. My streams start at well, actually, that may change next month. I've got to look at a couple of things next month before I can say with certainty what I'm going to be streaming. But I've been streaming 7 a.m. Mountain, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. And I have been streaming, that's on Wednesdays, and on Sundays I've been streaming at 8:30, 10:30 Eastern. So I pinned and stitched on a pocket thinking about what kind of tattoo my MC has got. Ooh, nice. So I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I had no reason to be up at 5 o'clock. My alarm was set for 6, but I was up at 5. But I guess I can't complain too much because during work days, I get up anywhere between 3 and 4 a.m. because of having to be at work at either 4 or 5, depending on whether or not I'm working in the hospital or the care center. If I'm working in the care center, I start at 5. If I'm working in the hospital, I start at 4. So, and sometimes even if I'm working in the care center, I go in at 4. But yeah, so that's why I get up early. I actually prefer it. I've gotten to the point where I go to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. And I both love it and hate it. I hate it because everyone else goes to bed later than me. Now that the school's back in session, girls will be going to bed at 9 o'clock too. So they'll go to bed, I'll go to bed, everyone will be happy. But like Justin stays up until like 12, 2 o'clock in the morning. So he is coming to bed when I'm getting up in the morning sometimes. And it's fantastic. I miss working third shift where I would work 10 to 7, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 11 p.m. to, no, 10 to 6, 11 to 7. And I really wish I could do that, but I'm not allowed, which makes me sad. Oh well. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of other things to say. I hope everyone had a great writing session if you were writing, or if you were doing other things, accomplish all the things you were hoping to accomplish. I got done what I wanted to get done, and I'm starting, let's see, I made a list of everything I need to update. 2023 is updated, so I don't know why that's on my list still. I keep that one pretty much up to date. So I've still got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 to do as far as my Notion reading log. I was in bed on time, then the thunderstorm started and kept me awake for another 4 hours. I'm so sorry. You're just having a grand old time. You didn't get flooding where you are, did you, Cat Paw? Like, you didn't have to worry about flooding. Leaks and flooding are both bad, but leaks are better than flooding. Every time it rains here, we have to deal with a leak. When we're on top of the roof, we cannot find the leak. But when we're inside the house, water definitely drips down. So that's fun. I think we'll have to completely strip the roof before we can find the actual leak itself. So eventually we'll do that. Alrighty. Well, I think that's all I have for today, guys. I will be posting my new September streaming schedule hopefully later today. Like I said, I've got to look at a few things before I can actually post it for certain. because like I've been streaming at 7 a.m. my time on Wednesdays, and the girls are now back in school, so that might need to shift because of that. We'll see. Tarp is a great idea. However, we had a tarp up there over where, like, from the inside where the leak is happening, and it was still leaking. So that tells me what I think is happening is there's a leak further up towards the top of the roof, and it's just running down and then leaking through the ceiling. That's what I think is happening. Yeah. At this point, we're just gonna have to redo the whole roof, which needs to be done anyways. So it's not that big a deal. It's just we haven't done it. So, anyways, thank you all for joining me. Hopefully, I will have that new streaming schedule soon. I probably will not be streaming this Sunday. I've got to go grocery shopping at some point, and I think we're going to go this Sunday. I probably will not be streaming this Sunday, but I'll have a new streaming schedule out before this Sunday, and I'll be posting it to my community tab. So keep an eye out for that. And as soon as I know my streaming schedule, I'll go ahead and pre-schedule all my streams anyways. So anyways, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you guys all the next time I stream, whenever that is. And you all have a lovely day doing whatever it is you're doing today, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.